Hello everyone, welcome back to English Plus Podcast, your go-to place for all things career, personal development, and so much more. Today we're diving into one of the most crucial aspects of job hunting, acing your next job interview. Whether you're a fresh graduate or a seasoned professional, the tips we're sharing today will help you stand out and leave a lasting impression. So let's get started. Before we jump into the nitty-gritty details, let's talk about the importance of preparation. Preparation is the key to confidence. When you walk into that interview room, you want to feel ready to tackle any question thrown your way. First up on our preparation checklist is research. Researching the company you're interviewing with is absolutely crucial. Now here's what you need to focus on. You need to understand the company's mission and values. You need to know their products or services. You need to familiarize yourself with their recent news and achievements. And finally, you need to learn about the company culture. Doing your homework shows that you're genuinely interested in the company and the role you're applying for. It also helps you tailor your answers to align with what the company is looking for. Next, let's talk about practicing common interview questions. Now, while you can't predict every question, there are some common ones that you can prepare for. And here, let me list the common interview questions that we're going to talk about today. Tell me more about yourself. Why do you want to work here? What are your strengths and weaknesses? And finally, tell me about a time you faced a challenge at work and how you dealt with it. Now, to tackle these questions effectively, you need to prepare concise and compelling answers for these questions. Practice them out loud in front of a mirror or with a friend. And remember, the more you practice, the more natural your responses will become. And now let's dive a little deeper into those common interview questions and how to answer them effectively. Let's start with the classic, tell me about yourself. Well, this question often opens an interview and sets the stage. A great way to structure your response is to provide a brief overview of your background. Highlight key accomplishments and connect your experience to the role you're applying for. And here's an example answer to help you. I have a background in marketing with over 5 years of experience in digital marketing and content creation. At my last job, I led a team that increased our social media engagement by 40% in 1 year. I'm particularly passionate about using data to drive marketing strategies, and I'm excited about the opportunity to bring my skills to your company and help expand your online presence. All right, that was our first question. Next up, we have another common question. Why do you want to work here? Well, this question gauges your interest in the company and how much you've researched. Your answer should reflect your understanding of the company's mission, values, and recent achievements. And here's a sample answer. I admire, and you use the company's name of course here, I admire the company's commitment to innovation and sustainability. Your recent project on renewable energy solutions really impressed me. I'm excited about the opportunity to contribute to a company that's making a positive impact on the environment and aligns with my personal values. All right, that was about this question. Now let's tackle another common question. What are your strengths and weaknesses? Well, this question is all about self-awareness and honesty. For strengths, pick one or two that are relevant to the job. For weaknesses, choose something you're actively working on improving. And here's an example of how you can answer this question. One of my strengths is my ability to manage multiple projects simultaneously while maintaining high attention to detail. In my previous role, I successfully coordinated several marketing campaigns that increased our customer base by 30%. As for my weaknesses, I found that I can sometimes be too detail-oriented, which can slow down my work. However, I've been working on balancing efficiency with attention to detail by setting stricter deadlines for myself. So you see, here even that you talk about your weakness, you just don't list your weaknesses as if you're confessing. No, you list a weakness that is relevant to what they're talking about, but you always show them that you're working on this weak area. Finally, with this last question, let's discuss the STAR method for answering behavioral questions like, tell me about a time you faced a challenge at work and how you dealt with it. Now, the STAR method stands for situation, task, action, and result. It helps you structure your answers to highlight your problem-solving skills effectively. Remember, situation, task, action, and result. Now here's an example answer. In my previous job as a project manager, we had a situation where our client wanted a major change to a project 2 weeks before the deadline. Now here's the situation. My task was to accommodate this change without compromising the quality or delaying the project. And here's your task. I immediately gathered my team to brainstorm solutions and reallocated resources to focus on the most critical aspects of the project. And here's your action. And finally, for your result, as a result, we were able to implement the changes, deliver the project on time, and received positive feedback from the client for our flexibility and dedication. Using the STAR method ensures your answers are structured, concise, and highlight your contributions effectively. And now, my friends, let's move on to something that often gets overlooked: your appearance and body language. Now, whether you like it or not, first impressions matter, and how you present yourself can set the tone for the entire interview. Now, here are some important appearance and body language tips for you. Dress appropriately for the job you're applying for, and arrive on time, ideally 10 to 15 minutes early. Maintain good posture during the entire interview and make eye contact and smile. And remember, my friends, confidence is key. When you walk into that room, walk in with your head held high. Your body language can convey confidence and enthusiasm before you even say a word. Alright, now let's talk about the interview itself. One of the best ways to ace an interview is to turn it into a conversation. And here's how you can do that. First, you need to listen actively and show genuine interest. You can ask thoughtful questions about the role and the company. And you can relate your experiences to what the interviewer is looking for. Remember, an interview is a two-way street. It's not just about the company finding the right fit, but also about you finding the right fit for yourself. And finally, let's talk about follow-up. After your interview, it's important to send a thank you email. This simple gesture can make a big impact. And here's what to include in your thank you email. Express your gratitude for the opportunity. Reiterate your interest in the position, and briefly mention something you discussed during the interview to make it personal. This not only shows your appreciation, but also keeps you top of mind as they make their decision. And there you have it, my friends, our top tips and sample answers for acing your next job interview. Remember, preparation and confidence are your best allies. If you found these tips helpful, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and ring the bell so you can never miss an update. And also, I would like you to share your own interview experiences or questions in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. If you would like a deeper dive into this topic, you can check out my in-depth audio course with a lot more details and examples of both good and bad job interviews. You can access this special audio course and many other premium episodes and series from English Plus Podcast by becoming a premium member on Patreon. You can take advantage of our 7-day free trial to get a sense of what you will get when you become part of our community. You can find the link to our Patreon page in the description of the episode. And with that being said, thank you very much for watching and good luck with your job search. Until next time, keep striving and thriving.